Well, when I think about the Kay Sexton Award, an award that honors dedication and outstanding work in fostering books and reading and literary activity in Minnesota, his contributions immediately come to mind, because here's a man who's founded and fostered one of the most significant literary treasures of our state, the Anderson Center in Red Wing, Minnesota, a place where writers at every stage of their career are given the gifts of time and space in order to devote their full attention to their work. In addition to the Anderson Center, Robert's given generously to other writers in this state, both as the editor of the Great River Review and the comprehensive poetry anthology, Where One Voice Ends, Another Begins. Robert has made real his commitment to advancing and celebrating the work of Minnesota writers, past and present, and making sure their voices are honored in his time. In the Anderson Center, Robert has created a place for writers to think and read and dream and create. Former residents from across the state, writers merging, and established writers, writers of poetry and picture books, all of them will tell you that the Anderson Center has made a difference in their lives.
One of the things that distinguishes a residency at the Anderson Center is Robert's knowledge as a poet of what other artists need to create. And Robert is extremely respectful of providing people the space and the room to do that. And there's just a real generosity of spirit that comes with him being excited about other people's success. I really admire the way Robert takes the long view of what's possible. To listen to him talk about his vision for the Anderson Center, and then to watch him go out and build the support to achieve that has just been remarkable.
Among the details that make the Anderson Center so superb for literary artists is the environment. I don't just mean the Cannon River Gorge, which is right outside the windows, but rather, in addition, the sculpture garden and the prairie, which Robert has lovingly restored, and it's an absolutely beautiful place and utterly inspiring. Robert is a very humble man, and as he takes residents around to show them the facility, he says nothing about his role in making this happen. But I have to say, this last October, he was positively glowing because they just finished the barn, which is a marvelous performance and reading space, the last piece of the puzzle to make the Anderson Center perfect. And one could sense how pleased he was. And as a writer in Minnesota, I couldn't be more pleased to have a chance to be able to go down there and experience that change in Robert and in our state.
When I think of Robert, I always think of him walking the grounds of the Anderson Center, a kind of benevolent, gracious spirit, an image of goodwill. And there I am watching him from my window, taking a short break from my work to glimpse him at the turtle pond or listen to him laugh with a work crew or get back to tending the next big thing that must be done. Robert's always at work, and so am I, and I get back to my writing, grateful for the land and the house that made such a moment possible, and grateful especially for the generosity of Robert, who that very afternoon will undoubtedly be in his office arranging the book festival in September, or editing another writer's poetry, or waiting for the plumber to tell him why our dishwasher won't start. All of that while I'm left upstairs in perfect peace to write my story, which is exactly the dream that Robert had in mind.